Hey YouTube, Philly J here with Different Dimension Gaming, coming at you with the Dragunity combo video. So normally what we do with these videos is that I will run through two test hands. We'll shuffle up, we'll draw 5, we'll do the whole combo with the hand that we draw, and then we would do the one perfect hand at the end. However, because this deck pretty much has one line and it does that line really well, I'm just going to run through it once with the perfect hand. I'll show you the interactions and what the final board will look like. And because the combo is like 900 steps, it's just going to be this. It's better than showing you the same thing 3 times. We'll just run through it once and we can go a little more in depth. With that being said, our perfect hand is going to be Remus, Phalanx, Obulette, Ash Blossom, and Called by the Grave. Now, these 3 cards can be anything. We just really need these 2 cards to get our combo going. So what we're going to start with, we're going to activate our Remus. We're going to discard it. We're going to grab our copy of Dragon Ravine. We're going to activate it, discard our copy of Phalanx, and grab our copy of Legatus. Then, because we control Ravine, we're going to special summon Legatus, activate the effect of Remus in our graveyard. Because we control a Dragunity, we can special summon it, but it's banished when it leaves the field. Then we can synchro it and Legatus into our copy of Gatorge. And then Gatorge effect on summon, we'll add our copy of Zephyros. Then we're going to discard our copy of Zephyros. Use the effect in grave. We're going to bounce the Ravine back to our hand, and we're going to summon the Zephyros. We're going to take 400 damage because we have to of the effect. And then we're going to link into our copy of Romulus. Activate the effect. We're going to add our copy of Glow to our hand. Glow, we're going to activate to grab our copy of Mistleton. Then with Mistleton's effect, we can tribute our Romulus to special summon our copy of Mistleton and activate its effect to equip our copy of Gatorge. Now Gatorge can't summon itself, but we can activate our copy of Glow's second effect to banish it and then summon out our Gatorge and activate the effect. And that is going to grab our copy of Kus, which we're going to discard. And then we're going to overlay these 2 into our copy of Hieratic Dragon of Patum. We're going to detach our Gatorge. You have to detach Gatorge to get the full combo because we want to abuse that card as much as we can. And off of Patum, we're going to summon our copy of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then we can use that effect to summon back our Gatorge. Use the effect again. We're going to discard our Mist Valley Baby Rock. We're going to summon the Baby Rock from its own effect. And then we're going to synchro summon into our copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Then we're going to take our Red Eyes and our Hieratic Dragon, and we're going to link summon into our copy of Buster Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman. Use that effect to send our copy of Not Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, because we don't have one, but that's the card that you want to send. Then we're going to reactivate our Dragon Ravine. I'm going to use the effect. You can discard any one of these cards. I'm going to discard the Called by the Grave, just because at this point, if we had an opponent, they would have used a hand trap at this point. So with our Dragon Ravine, we're going to grab our copy of Dux, and then we're going to normal summon Dux, use the effect, and we're going to equip our copy of Kus. And the reason we do that is because we're going to activate the effect of Kus to summon it. And because Kus can be treated as a level 4 tuner, we're going to synchro into our level 8 Dragunity Knight, Barca. Barca is going to equip as many things as we want from our graveyard. So we're going to equip Kus, our copy of Romulus, and our copy of Phalanx. Now, we're going to use the effect of Kus to summon itself, and we're going to use the effect of Phalanx to summon itself. Now we're going to link our Phalanx into our Guard Dragon Pisty. We're going to link our Kus into our Striker Dragon. Now we can use Pisty's effect because 2 link monsters point to the same spot. We can bring back one more time our copy of Gatorge. Gatorge effect, we're going to add our copy of Samsara Dragon, and we're going to discard our copy of Samsara Dragon. Now we're going to link our Pisty and our Striker Dragon into our copy of Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. And then we're going to activate the effect of Samsara Dragon in our graveyard. We're going to banish it to add back our copy of Mistletoe. And then we're going to tribute our copy of Spheres to summon Mistletoe. Then we're going to go chainlink 1 Spheres, chainlink 2 Mistletoe, and we're going to equip our copy of Phalanx to our Mistletoe. And then off the effect of our Spheres, we're going to summon our copy of Arma Leviathan, and that is going to equip our copy of Kus. Now before you say, well now what, all your zones are filled, we're going to link our Gatorge and our Buster Whelp into our final link monster in our Heavenly Spheres. And now that we have an open zone, from here we can use our Kus to summon itself. And using itself and Leviathan, we can synchro summon into our copy of Array de Behir. Now we're going to activate the copy of Arma Leviathan in our graveyard. We're going to banish this copy of Barca, which will send our Romulus to the graveyard. And we're going to summon Leviathan from our graveyard. And because it's not once per turn, we can activate the effect once again, and we can equip our Buster Dragon Destruction Sword from our graveyard. So if this were the right one, now your opponent can't summon from the extra deck. But we're not done. We're going to activate our copy of Phalanx to summon itself. We're going to synchro Phalanx and Mistletoe into our copy of Borreload Savage Dragon. Borreload Savage Dragon effect will equip our copy of Romulus, and it will gain 2 Boral counters, which means now we have 2 Omni negates. Now if you happen to open the Obulette, this is where you can set it for turn, and this would be your end board. So what does our end board actually consist of? We've got our 1 Spell and Trap negate. We've got our monster negate that also banishes it, and if our opponent gets rid of it, we just wipe all of their back row. You've got a bounce, which will summon something else from your deck. You've got an Omni negate, an extra deck lock, and another monster negate. So you're sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interruptions and a floodgate, with the possibility of hand trap in your hand. Again, if you decide to play Imperm instead, set that too. So you're looking at 6 interruptions, and you're looking at a banish and a floodgate. Now if somehow your opponent can play through that, I think they just deserve to win. Now, this deck is very complicated, but it's really only got the 1 combo. And in that turn, we went through 12 of our 15 extra deck monsters. And we have summoned 29 times. So 6 negates, or 6 interruptions, 29 summons. Our graveyard is almost as big as our deck. You've got next to nothing in your graveyard. So the real problem with this deck is follow-up. Because now, obviously this deck wasn't shuffled to just help me get through the combo faster. What I want to do is give it a shuffle, just assume that we've been going through it, because the rest of the deck is shuffled. It was just those 20 or so cards that I needed to have in a certain order on top. So again, the real problem is follow-up. So if we do all this, let's assume that our opponent does not just scoop here. One more shuffle, and we're going to give it a cut, just to be fair. So let's assume that our opponent plays through our whole board, plays through every interruption that we have. We draw for turn. Now, I guess we could assume this is off the field too. Put this back. Off of that effect, you would probably summon one of these 3 cards just because you want them for follow-up. So let's assume that we went for the, let's say, Destrudo. To be fair, we have to shuffle and cut again. Now, part of the reason I'm doing this is because that Whirlwind was kind of a bad draw, if we're being completely honest with each other. Honesty is key. So, draw. Okay. Glow is actually a crazy draw here. So, we don't really have anything we can go into because we are so locked out of our zones. We can activate Glow. And we're just going to grab our copy of Armagram. Now we can't summon this because we are zone locked, but now we've got a follow-up card because now we can go to battle, we can attack, 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 attack. You've still got 1, 2, 3 negates plus your extra deck lock. Now, if by some chance your opponent did get rid of this, because that's going to be their top priority because they want to be able to combo, you can now activate Armagram. We can banish the Buster Well because we can't use it anymore. I guess you could bring back Leviathan. We'll save that play for a bit. We'll get rid of our spheres, and we'll get rid of our Buster Well because we can't use these 2. Now we can summon our Armagram. And now we can target an opponent's monster, its effects are negated, and it loses 1,000 attack. Now, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, that opponent's monster will become equipped to it instead of going to the graveyard, which is really good for removal. So if that happens to be your follow-up, now you've got the 3 interruptions, you've taken care of something, and you can, if you cannot swing for game with this, your opponent kind of deserves to win. Because you banished a couple things, you've taken care of everything you can possibly take care of, and now you've just got this incredible board of stacked dragon monsters. Again, like 29 summons, 12 of them from the extra deck. Like, our follow-up isn't great, but with a deck like this, you don't really need the follow-up because on the crackback, you just win the game because you have so much oppressive power on the field. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you've hung in there through all these summons and all of my rambling, thank you. Remember, we are doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers, so keep your eye out for that number. And when we hit 100 subscribers, I will announce what the giveaway is and when it will be. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we'll see you next time.